You're holding this cup right now, but what's inside it isn't what you think. This isn't just coffee. It's a sugar bomb disguised as warm, familiar comfort. Ultra-processed food sold as tradition. Sodium-loaded meals marketed as wholesome breakfast. For decades, Tim Hortons has been treated almost like a Canadian religion. But today's Tim Hortons is not the same company that earned that loyalty. We investigated what happened after a massive corporate takeover. We analyzed food contents, connecting dots to Canada's obesity, diabetes crisis, especially children. What we found is deeply unsettling. This story isn't really about coffee. It's about a quiet public health problem affecting nearly every Canadian town. Not hating Tim is. It's about helping Canadians make informed choices. Uncomfortable truths about Tim Hortons. Let's get into it. Tim Hortons is everywhere. Over 5 million Canadians visit daily. Morning coffee, drive-through breakfasts, after-school treats, late-night hockey stops. Woven into Canadian daily life, more visits than any other restaurant chain. Most Canadians don't realize the Tim Hortons you grew up with no longer exists. Overnight in-store baked donuts. Simple, inexpensive coffee, consistent taste. Local Canadian feel, replaced by industrial food systems, frozen logistics, multinational corporation obsessed with margins. Tim Hortons fundamentally changed after 2014 merger. Always fresh became always freshly reheated. We'll reveal what's inside muffins, coffee, sandwiches, connecting to Canada's rising obesity and diabetes. By video's end, you'll never look at a Tim's run the same way again. There are a few better menu options. We'll cover those at the end. To understand Tim Hortons' fall, we start at the beginning. Tim Hortons, founded 1964 by hockey legend Tim Horton, built on fresh, affordable in-store coffee and donuts. For decades, real bakers arrived early. Mixed dough from scratch, proofed, shaped, baked. Donuts, muffins, bagels. Fresh and ready by 7 a.m. walking in for coffee. The food had literally just come out of the oven. Simple menu, consistent coffee, recognizable food. Felt Canadian, a homegrown success. This is the Tim Hortons older Canadians remember, earned loyalty through quality. Then came 2014. Tim Hortons merged with Burger King, forming RBI. RBI is not Canadian.
Here you go, sweetie.
A multinational conglomerate focused on maximizing
Daddy.
shareholder profit.
Yummy.
Immediately, people noticed changes. Coffee tasted different, donuts less fresh. Menu exploded with new items, felt like Burger King. Calculated strategy, centralize, cut labor, reduce costs, increase margin. At its core, the illusion of freshness. Tim Hortons no longer bakes fresh in store. Now, baked goods made in massive, centralized factories. Par-baked, frozen, shipped, then reheated in stores. Looks fresh, but it's industrial frozen food. No bakers, just employees reheating trays. Tim Hortons claims consistency. Every muffin is identical because it's from the same factory. Compare to real bakery. Scratch dough, simple ingredients, baked and sold within hours. Tim Hortons blueberry muffin. Sugar-enriched flour, soybean oil, cornstarch, glycerin, xanthan gum, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial flavors. More than 20 ingredients,
Thank you very much.
engineered for
These
freezer
look
stability and
perfect.
long shelf life. A real muffin has 8-10 ingredients. This isn't a family recipe, it's a chemistry project. Always fresh now means always freshly reheated. And that's just the baked goods. What Canadians are drinking may be even worse. A popular menu item contains more sugar than a can of Coke. Millions consume it daily. If this investigation matters, subscribe and like. It helps reach Canadians. Let's keep going. Drinking Tim Hortons coffee for years. You've noticed something. It doesn't taste the same. Online complaints. Burnt, bitter, watery. Some say McDonald's coffee tastes like old Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons denies blend changes, admits equipment alterations. Lower quality beans, dark roasting, varied franchise standards. Uncleaned equipment, wrong water temperature, old coffee, taste collapses. Quality is a lottery. McDonald's invested in McCafe. Better beans, modern equipment, tighter standards. Canadians prefer McCafe, often cheaper. Tim Hortons built an empire on coffee, now losing the war. Let's see your tray. Tim Hortons bacon breakfast sandwich. Processed bacon, frozen egg patty, processed cheese, reheated muffin. Sodium, 1,180 mg. Have your daily recommended intake in one item. Make it at home. Real egg, real cheese, real bacon. 400 minus 500 mg sodium. Less damage. Now drinks. Medium ice cap, 45 g sugar. French vanilla, 45 g sugar. Milkshakes with caffeine. Sugar and modified milk before coffee on ingredient list. Mostly sugar, fats, stabilizers. Chocolate chip muffin, 31 grams sugar. Nearly your entire daily limit before 9 a.m. Muffins marketed as breakfast, donuts as dessert. On sugar, muffins are worse. That's deception. Now sodium, truly dangerous. Crispy chicken sandwich, 1,440 mg sodium. Chili, 1,640 mg sodium. That's 63 minutes, 71% of daily limit in one item. Health Canada warns, high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke. At home, control salt. Tim Hortons maximizes sodium for flavor, shelf life, repeat purchases. Budget gone. Not about one sandwich or coffee. It's about millions of Canadians eating like this daily. Canada faces an obesity crisis. 64% adults overweight/obese, up from 44% in 1978. Childhood obesity tripled since 1980s. 1 in 3 Canadian children overweight or obese. Public health links this to ultra-processed foods, sugary drinks, fast food culture, what Tim Hortons sells. Iced cap, 45g sugar. Muffin, 31g sugar. Total 76g before 9 a.m. Triple daily limit for women. Type 2 diabetes doubled, heart disease, high blood pressure, 1 in 4 adults. Children paying the price.
As you can see,
80% obese children become obese adults, not accidental. Tim Hortons knows sugar creates lifelong habits in kids. Tim Hortons has massive quality and consistency from its franchise model. Training, cleaning, maintenance vary wildly. After 2014 merger, cost-cutting, weakened oversight suffered quality control. Inconsistent national brand. What should Canadians do? Opt out. McCafe, better,
Let's
cheaper.
spin the
Local
quality
cafes,
roulette
real
and see what
coffee
we get
at home.
today.
Affordable coffee, 40
it
cups
lands on-
$15. Meal prep beats drive-through. Real food, lower sodium, same speed. Teaches kids real taste. Sometimes Tim Hortons is the only option. Late, need caffeine or bathroom. Key. Not perfection, but
This fresh salad
frequency.
is amazing.
Once in a while,
So
fine,
healthy.
every single day. That's how you end up in
kidding me?
statistics.
The usual
if you
today,
go
sir?
stick to black
Yeah,
coffee
a large
/tea,
double-double,
avoid iced
please.
caps, French vanilla daily. Skip muffins, choose simpler items. Don't normalize it. Truth, today's Tim Hortons isn't the trusted one. Ownership, production changed. Quality declined. You're eating frozen, factory-made food, reheated, branded as tradition. Typical fast food. National identity makes it a public health problem. Canadian doesn't mean healthy. Ask questions, read labels. Treat drive-through food as risk, not tradition. If this from one chain, what about Canadian dairy, school lunches, food for children? The next scandal is bigger.